All right, history fans, buckle up. We're diving into the Neo-Babylonian Empire, a realm that rose from the ashes of the Assyrian Empire like a phoenix with a taste for conquest and really impressive gardens. The Assyrians, known for being the tough guys of Mesopotamia, eventually bit the dust. Their empire, stretched thin and facing rebellions left and right, finally crumbled. Enter the Babylonians, stage left. They saw an opportunity in the chaos, like that one friend who always snags the best parking spot. Nabopolassar, a clever Babylonian ruler, seized the moment, kicked out the weakened Assyrians, and established the Neo-Babylonian Empire. This wasn't your grandpappy's Babylonia, this was a new era of power and swagger. Think Babylon 2.0, but with less floppy disks and more chariots. Nabopolassar laid the groundwork, but it was his son, Nebuchadnezzar II, who took the empire from up-and-coming to top dog in the region. This wasn't just beginner's luck or nepotism, folks. Nebuchadnezzar II was the kind of ruler who'd make Genghis Khan say, "Okay, that guy likes to conquer." Now, Nebuchadnezzar II, or Nebu, as I like to call him, wasn't just about war and expanding borders. Well, he was very much about that, but he also had a flair for the dramatic, and by dramatic I mean massive construction projects. Under his rule, Babylon became the city to be seen in. Think of it as the ancient world's version of Dubai, but with fewer skyscrapers and more ziggurats. Nebuchadnezzar II took Babylon from nice town you got here to holy moly. Look at the size of that wall. He rebuilt and fortified the city on a grand scale, complete with massive walls, impressive temples, and, of course, the legendary hanging gardens. These gardens, considered one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, were essentially a giant green terraced oasis in the middle of the desert. Historians still debate their exact location and appearance, but one thing's for sure, they were impressive enough to make it into countless ancient texts and modern history books. It's like the ancient world's version of going viral. But instead of cat videos, it was all about innovative irrigation and breathtaking botanical displays. But hold your horses, folks, because the Neo-Babylonians were more than just builders with good taste in landscaping. They were also masters of astronomy, mathematics, and law. They developed sophisticated systems for tracking the stars, calculating complex equations, and maintaining order within their vast empire. Their legal code, etched in stone for all to see, covered everything from trade disputes to family matters. Think of it as the ancient Babylonian version of Judge Judy, but with fewer sassy comebacks and more cuneiform script. They even had a standardized system of weights and measures, which might not sound exciting, but trust me, it made doing business a lot easier. Imagine trying to buy a rug in a market where everyone had their own idea of what a cubit was. Chaos! The Neo-Babylonians understood that a well-run empire needed more than just brute force, it needed brains too. They fostered a culture of learning and innovation, making them one of the most advanced civilizations of their time. Section 4, Conquering in the Name of Marduk. Okay, let's talk about the elephant-shaped chariot in the room, military conquests. The Neo-Babylonians weren't afraid to throw their weight around, and their military campaigns were the stuff of legend, and probably some nightmares too. Nebuchadnezzar II, never one to rest on his laurels or his massive city walls, led his armies to victory against numerous enemies, expanding the empire's reach from the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean Sea. One of their most famous conquests was the subjugation of the Kingdom of Judah. This wasn't just a minor border skirmish, folks. The Babylonians marched into Jerusalem, sacked the city, destroyed the first temple, and took many of the inhabitants back to Babylon as captives. This event, known as the Babylonian exile, had a profound impact on the development of Judaism and is still remembered thousands of years later. The Neo-Babylonian army was like the well-oiled machine of its time, complete with disciplined infantry, skilled archers, and fearsome chariots. They struck fear into the hearts of their enemies, and their victories helped to spread Babylonian culture and influence throughout the ancient Near East. Section 5, the writing on the wall, literally. But even the mightiest empires crumble eventually, and the Neo-Babylonian Empire was no exception. After Nebuchadnezzar II's death, a series of weak rulers and internal strife weakened the empire from within. It's like the old saying goes, a house divided against itself cannot stand, or in this case, an empire with too many palace coups can't repel a Persian invasion. Enter Cyrus the Great, the ruler of the rising Achaemenid Persian Empire. Cyrus, a shrewd strategist and a formidable leader, saw an opportunity to seize Babylon and add its riches to his growing empire. In 539 BCE, the Persians, led by Cyrus, conquered Babylon, bringing an end to the Neo-Babylonian Empire. Legend has it that the Persians diverted the Euphrates River, sneaking into the city during a festival. Looks like someone forgot to guard the river that night. The fall of Babylon marked the end of an era, but the Neo-Babylonian legacy lived on. Their architectural achievements, legal codes, and intellectual contributions continued to influence the region for centuries to come. And hey, they gave us the Hanging Gardens. And who doesn't love a good garden?